Hey, greetings. This is Jim at don'tperish.com, John 424 Radio. Hey, I got a unbiblical teachers testing for you. Cornerstone Church Jackson Hole, Wyoming, modern pastor Eric Davis. Yeah, we ran across them after I did a rebuttal on one of Eric Davis's articles. You can find that article on our Spirit and Truth blog from don'tperish.com. And we decided to test this body. He's a John MacArthur Seminary trainee, graduate. And what we find is when we put them up against our 10-point biblical test, they do not match up to the true New Testament body. They're unbiblical in various ways: pagan holidays, modern pastor role versus an open participatory gathering, feminization, uncovered ladies, immodest ladies, worldly lives, carnal lives, even their leadership involved in things like Harry Potter, nasty Lecrae rapper music, Hollywood movies. This is not the true New Testament body of Christ. And so we do this to warn people that, they'll tell you, oh, evangelicalism is the true New Testament model. No, that's a lie. They cling to Martin Luther and John Calvin's teachings of the Reformation. That's 500 years ago, about 1,600 years after Christ lived. Those men were murderous, baby-baptizing, Jew-hating heretics. Yet these men and John MacArthur will lift them up, follow the model that they handed down. They're actually practicing many Roman Catholic pagan ways like Christmas, building-centered faith, putting money and effort and not gathering daily and house to house as informal gatherings of the body, being close and accountable to each other. No, they practice Sunday Lord's Day religion. The Bible doesn't teach Sunday's Lord's Day's religion. And this isn't about buildings being evil. No, but this is about wasting money on buildings, calling buildings the church, building big buildings and having everyone come there for your worship service. No, I challenged Eric in his article. Where does the New Testament ever say a gathering of the local body in a building or anywhere is a worship service? That's a lie. Romans 12:2 says your worship is your living sacrifice, your everyday live for Christ. Praying and singing is part of worship. It is not a worship service. That's why evangelicals are so worldly and carnal. They go to church for 90 minutes, think that's their worship. Then they go into the world and they watch Hollywood movies, they watch the NFL, they dress immodest, they don't cover their heads. They act just like the world. And John MacArthur has a worldly carnal university and an unbiblical seminary. So Cornerstone Church, modern pastor Eric Davis, and their lead counselor, Matt Mumma, also called out in this. I've asked them together, since they're both graduates, to look at the testing I did and go to the link below. It's linked to the testing of them, of John MacArthur and Phil Johnson, and ask them to either publicly call out John MacArthur and Phil Johnson for their carnality and their unbiblical ways, and I document them at that testing, or refute me, and I'm wrong about them. One of us is wrong, and if you don't do that, Eric Davis or Matt Mumma, that means that you are practicing 1 Timothy 5:21 partiality, which is sinful before God. If you stay united to John MacArthur, you do not call them out publicly for their sins or refute me for saying they're in sin, you've got a problem. You're not trusted with the truth of God's holy word. So go to our website, don'tperish.com. Go to our teaching blog, hundreds of articles. Go to our John 424 radio, hundreds of audios. Go to our unbiblical teachers blog, where we expose false teachers and unbiblical teachers all the time for the glory of God. We're called to do that, Ephesians 5, and to test all things, 1 Thess 5. And let us know how we can help you in the biblical faith, the true New Testament body, not evangelicalism. And of course, we have to expose error as we see it for the love of God and for his glory. Thanks for listening. Till next time, have a glorious day. May God be praised.